Welcome back everyone, I'm Craven and this is Trails to Azure. We are in front of Arkansas in the entertainment district and we are reaching the final stages of doing our rounds of Crossbell. We have a few more regions to go. We also have a set of Kagamaru pieces that we want to bring back to the trade shop, Nine Valley, in order to, well, get our last book from there. We also want to go to the top Orcus Tower to hopefully get the last Sumerian ore shard. So yeah, still plenty of things to do before we are ready to head for the Azure tree. So for now, let's keep on going. Oh, when the mist cleared, I thought I'd be able to open shop again, but no, there's that huge tree in the distance. Wait, I've got it. Big blue tree got you hot under the collar? Cool off with some ice cream. Well, I think a better one would be create a beautiful azure blue ice cream and then sell it off as a companion piece to the tree. I think that would work better, but that's just me. Still not bad. Pretty good sherbet. You can do it, Sully. Good luck, Arkansas. We can't wait to see you make your big comeback. We got to visit Lady Elia while we were helping out at the hospital. She told us that the rest of the troop was practicing their hardest right now, and that they needed our support more than ever. If Lady Elia wishes it, so it shall be. I'm ready to roll up my sleeve and cheer like I've never cheered before. Alright, let's cheer them on as well. Let's get inside. Well, never have I seen Crossbell in such a state of turmoil, but there's no time to panic. Our mission remains the same, to perform for our audiences again to the moment we can. Crossbell is still in a state of emergency, but it's a relief that we can finally make contact with the others around the city. First things first, we need to gather as much information on the situation as we can. Elia called in to offer a few words of encouragement to the troop just a little while ago. Even now she takes it upon herself to keep our spirits up. What a woman. Oh, it's such a relief to hear Elia's cheery voice again. Nothing that's happened has phased her one bit. We can't let her down. Well, I'm pretty sure it did phase her, but she chooses to be more positive, to look forward, and just know she's gonna be better. And I really truly hope she will one day. Oh, it had been so long since I last heard Elia's voice. I'm so glad she's alright. I wish we knew more about that giant tree, but for now, all we can do is keep rehearsing our tails off. Well, no matter what happens to Crossbell, I want to continue devoting my mind, body and soul to my performance. As long as I do that, I'll have no reason to waver. Maybe that sounds a bit naive, but it's what Elia taught me. Hearing her voice through the phone reignited my passion for the theater. I'm sure it did for most of you guys. Oh, I'm fixing up Elia's costume right now. After all, every garment has to be ready to grace the stage at a moment's notice, and I'm sure this one will see the spotlight again, someday too. I think so too, because nothing is gonna keep her down. Oh, hey there, SSS. We finally heard back from Meister Jurk not too long ago. He agreed to rebuild our set pieces and automata for us right away. Wow, that's great news, I'll say. Usually it's us calling the Meister and not the other way around. Talk about once in the blue tree. I'm so happy about it I could sprout wings and fly. Meister Jurk must have been worried about his associates at the theater. I wish him luck in finishing that job quickly. Yeah, and this shows you again that Master Jurk, he might look like a grumpy old man sometimes, but he's pretty decent. Well, even now we have fans outside the theater demonstrating their support. Between them and Elia's word of encouragement, we couldn't be more blessed. You know something? We really are fortunate to be performers. We owe it all and more to everyone who supported us. That's why I'll work harder than ever to make our comeback a reality. Yeah, I know you guys can do it. No contest. What's wrong, Sully? Nothing. I was praying and is all. I mean, this is technically an altar, even if it is just a stray stage pup. I guess so. I didn't really take you for the praying type, soldier. Any particular thing you're ringing Adios up for today? Randy, it's not a prayer, not a high school. Give the girl some privacy. Nah, I don't mind. I don't think it's any secret that I'm praying for Ilya. But I also snuck in one for you guys too. What? You're praying for us, Sully? I don't really get what's happening, but you guys are trying to rescue Kia, right? Wherever it is you're going, I bet it's gonna be dangerous. That's why I'm praying for all of you, especially Rixia. Oh, thank you, Sully. Yeah, we really do appreciate it. Oh, don't make such a big deal out of it. Besides, Kia's my friend too. So you guys better rescue her, got it? Yeah, consider it done. So, you guys went and visited Ilya? Several times, yeah. She's lively as ever and getting livelier. Sounds about right. Were you there too, Rixia? Yeah, though I was standing outside the door. I'm still not ready to see her face to face. But I do want to apologize to her, Sully. I'm sorry for worrying you. Hey, don't make this about me. Honestly, I'm relieved you finally went to see her. Now I know you won't go running off again. Oh, Sully. Oh, my bad. I didn't mean to be so blunt. Anyway, I'll be sitting tight over here until you guys come back safe. Just don't keep us waiting too long this time, okay? I won't. Wherever you guys are going, I'll bet it's gonna be dangerous, so take care of yourselves, okay? It's only a matter of time before we put on another performance, and I want all of you to be there when we do. Aw, and here I was, hoping that she would have something for us too, just like Cecile and Ilya. Oh well, we'll take it as it is. Alright, let's go to the stage from the other side as well. Yeah, there's nobody here, so yeah. Alright. The thing we have left is the hotel, and then we can go to the administrative district. Oh, the evacuees returned to their homes after we learned that the president was taken into custody. That enormous tree is still a mystery to us, but the mist has cleared up and the city appears to be settling down. In the meantime, the Hotel Millennium will be taking extra precautions in case things take another turn for the worse. I think that is a good choice to make. And besides, even in a time like this, there will still be people coming here, in need of a room. Well, Letitia made it clear that she intends to continue operating the hotel, regardless of how it affects our profit margins. These are trying times for all us Crossbellans. I'll have to draw on my decades of experience if I'm to support her through this. I know you'll be fine. Alright. Oh, the evacuees were finally able to return home after the mist lifted. Crossbell isn't out of the woods quite yet, but it did raise my spirits when they all thanked us before leaving. Yeah. Well, if you take good care of your patrons, of course they will thank you for it. Well, our manager instructed us to prepare additional emergency provisions as a precaution. Essential goods are dwindling within the state, however, and it would be right to take them away from those in need. We contacted the government to ask whether the import freeze will be lifted soon. Well, it depends on how our trip to the Azure tree will go. I'm sure if we are successful, they will open up real soon. Just what in the hell is the deal with a gigantic tree? And why is it glowing pale blue? I thought I'd seen it all this year, but I guess I was wrong. Wait, don't tell me you guys are thinking of climbing that thing. We are. This is a fight we can't back down from, friends. We'll leave you guys to look after the city in the meantime. Yeah, we've got it covered. Just be careful up there, okay? Well, we'll be as careful as we can. Oh, I see you brought me a data fragment. I'll have to deliver it to our forensic team to have the cold thermal data analyzed. Is that alright with you? Of course, go right ahead. Very well. Hey, just a moment then. Yeah, I think I had a few gems. All data on the information terminal 2 has been successfully analyzed. Would you like to check it? Yes, please. On Gnosis. Gnosis is a drug made from pleroma grass, a legendary plant which grows directly on top of the septian veins. The way it is prepared together with D gives the user enhanced physical abilities and sensory receptivity, and draws out their latent power. These effects, however, are mere preparations. The real potential lies elsewhere. Gnosis allows the users to link their mind to the revered spirits of D. By doing so, D can draw knowledge from the connected minds and thereupon stimulate her growth. When enough knowledge is amassed to achieve wisdom, D will be resurrected. Moreover, Gnosis left room for improvement by pushing the capability of users to their limits. The supply of knowledge to D would steadily increase. After 500 years of research, our order has increased the effects of Gnosis and repeated the so-called ceremonies. At a speed that was unfathomable 5 centuries prior, the completion of Gnosis lay within reach. When we hit an unforeseeable obstacle due to the scale of the experiments, we were detected by the authorities and the Brazier Guild. They let coordinate their assaults on our lodges and ultimately our order. Foolish beyond words indeed, after all. What are a few sacrifices at the cost of resurrecting a true god? In secrecy, I collected the data from the destroyed lodges and arrived in Crossbell, the land of origin. As pleroma grass, the foremost ingredient for Gnosis, grows in abundance in the southern wetlands of Crossbell, there would never be a shortage of raw materials. In addition to the highly advanced facilities once installed by the alchemists from the Middle Ages in the depths of this sun fort, I was blessed with an environment to continue my research and finish the secret remedy. Oh, the details record of Gnosis, the drug developed by the cult. Taking it enhances physical abilities and sensory receptivity and draws out latent power from the user. It's even capable of inducing that horrid demonization effect. How mysterious that one pill could do so much. Well, its main ingredient is pleroma grass, which grows in abundance in Crossbell's southern wetland. This would confirm where Joachim had been getting such a large supply of materials to produce the drug. There was something else I found peculiar in the data. The passage on what purpose Gnosis serves. According to Joachim, the drug is capable of resurrecting their so-called true god, D. How could that be? It just sounds too absurd to be true. Well, the cult has been conducting those repulsive ceremonies over the course of 500 years. I was fortunate to be saved by Kai and the others, but there were so many victims, far more than be forgiven. Yeah, and he brushed it off with a whole few sacrifices bit. He and the rest of those cult bastards can keep on burning where they are. And now even Walt is a victim of the Gnosis. Right, the cult may be gone, but the dangers they've created continue to spread. We can't forget about that. You're probably right. As police officers, we have a duty to ensure that Gnosis doesn't bring harm to Crossbell, just as we would with any drug. Oh, I couldn't agree more. For now, that covers all the information that was recovered about Gnosis. If you find any other quartz fragments, come back and bring them to me. You're also welcome to review the data we've already encrypted whenever you like. Right. Thanks for your help, Rebecca. I show this as well. Well, it looks to me like you've been hard at work filling out your combat notebook. I'd like to record your information into our database. Mind if I see it for a minute? With pleasure. Thank you very much. Here's your notebook back. And please accept this as a compensation for your hard work. And don't forget to stop by once you collect more monster data, okay? Thanks, we will. Of course, I will keep you updated. Alright. Okay, so this is just the pages. Okay, so we still have Divine Child data that still needs to be completed. So there's at least 1 or 2 course fragments that we missed. Oh well. The Metropolitan Division has resumed patrol in the city. We're going to have to exercise caution. Any large-scale disturbances may run the risk of threatening public safety. Well, Chief Jolik went to the police academy to help get things in order now that the defense force has pulled out of there. That leaves us with the job of guarding the station. Yeah, and it's a very important job indeed, because there doesn't seem to be a lot of police people here. Hey guys, listen to this. They said Inspector Donovan is going to be reinstated to the force soon. It's been so tough to fill his shoes with him in the hospital. Now I won't have to do as much work anymore. That's great, Raymond. Though, I have to ponder what the inspector would say if he knew the reason behind your relief. Whoa. Let's not say anything too crazy, okay, Theo? What the inspector doesn't know won't hurt him. No, but it might hurt you. Alright, do we want to check upstairs if we're allowed to? We don't have any business upstairs, so let's not enter the elevator. I guess we're not allowed to. There's the card. And the old guy. This is one sticky situation Crossbell has gotten itself into. Still, it's time like these when all of us need to come together. Go and kick them, Speaker McDowell. Crossbell won't back down so easily, so come on, youngsters, you join in too. Oh, how's everyone doing? If you're tired, I recommend gulping down a Spartan X. It's one of my original creations, but I still think you like it. One bottle will perk you right up, so you can face the day full of energy. Right. Well, it's not bad in the EP department, that's for sure. Yeah, it's a lot of different kind of restoration in the food stuff in Crossbell. I'm still a fan of purple liquid though. Good result, very low prices. Well, the city is more peaceful now, but there's still the sinking feeling in the air. That giant tree showing up makes it hard to feel otherwise. Maybe I could recommend some good books for the people to take home and unwind with. I think that might be a good idea. Just people getting lost in some books. It's never a bad thing. I wonder if the mom and the kid are back. Now that everything calmed down. Yep. Hurry and read, Mom, please. Oh, Abby has been so anxious since the lockdown, so I thought I could help him relax by reading him a book. Hopefully Mark and the Witch of the Deep Forest will do the trick. It might be. Oh, good morning and welcome to Crossbell City Library. I figured we wouldn't have many visitors today, but I can't blame anyone for staying inside on account of that mysterious tree looming in the distance. Yeah. And being in Crossbell, we are very close to the tree in comparison to the rest of the continent, and I think a lot of the continent can see that tree. So yeah, very threatening, and I think most people probably stay inside until they know more. Oh, now that the martial law is no longer in effect, our staff is split up to confirm the safety of the citizens. About a dozen or so were discovered with minor injuries, but most people seem to be okay. Ambulances have already been arranged for those who require treatment, so we should be able to rest easy for now. Well, job well done so far. We're currently planning on where to stage our public address regarding the current crisis. Our citizens deserve an official statement on what all of this could mean for Crossbell's future. Unrest is spreading as we speak, so time is of the essence. I agree with you there. Information might help the people calm down a bit more. Right. Orcus Tower it is. And Morel. So that's it. The president's really been arrested. Makes you wonder what will happen to Crossbell now. Still, what done is done. We're just going to have to take things as they come. That is very true. Well, news of Dita's arrest has already begun to make its way out of our borders. We must be wary on how the two major powers reacts. How is the current situation through Crossbell, Deputy Commander? Understandably, the tree's appearance is causing panic and confusion across the state. Many citizens are also requesting transport to St. Ursula's Hospital now that the barrier is down. I've instructed 2nd Lieutenant Morel to handle things on that end. Regarding transit to and from the cities, I've deployed squads on the highways as additional protection for traveling vehicles. As such, we are now able to escort far more people than we could under the President's restrictions. I see. Your timeline is much appreciated. As for myself, I'll need to make a public appearance as Speaker of the Diet and explain the President's arrest. Preparations are currently underway at the Civic Center, correct? Yeah, we plan on wheeling out those monitor cars the President had during his big address. Our officers here in the city can get them set up in a jiff if they divide the workload. Ah, thank you, Chief Sergey. Remember, we mustn't let our guard down against the two major powers. I need each and every one of you to be careful as well. Well, sounds like Speaker McDowell and the others are busy putting out fires all over Crossbell. Let's trust my grandfather and them to handle matters on the ground for now. Oh, hello everyone. And Randy. Yo, Morel. Look like you've been reinstated. Yes, thankfully. The commander was happy to have us back, even if we did disobey her orders. Fortunately, Commander Bells has always been the flexible type. She likely recognized that she needs every outstanding officer she can get right now, and you're among the best of them. I'm not too sure how much of a difference I can make in particular, but still, it's good to be back, and now that I am, I'm planning on giving it my all. Not only as a member of the CGF or the Defense Force, but as someone who has a duty to protect Crossbell. Hell yeah, go get them, Morel. Just try not to get so fired up that you need me to bail you out again. Oh, goddess, shut up, Randy. I know what I'm doing. Randy always needs to tease her a little bit. He just can't help himself. Hey, Doggo. How's it hanging? Well, look who it is. It's been quite a while, hasn't it? Commander Bills asked me to come here on behalf of the CDF. Well, that would explain it. You know, I think this is the first time we've seen you in your Defense Force uniform. Well, something about them feels a tad more formal than our CGF attire. Still, the fact of the matter is that I'm going to be wearing it until order has been restored to the state. Right, the situation is dire and there are more important matters at hand right now. Precisely. Now that the barrier is lifted and the Aeons are gone, we have to stay on guard against the two major powers taking action. There aren't any signs of imminent invasions, fortunately, so I think we can take care of things here on the ground. In the meantime, you all should go with the SSS does best. We will. Good luck on your end, Deputy Commander. The news of Dieter's arrest will reach everyone. Not just within our borders, but throughout the continent as well. Even if you manage to get this situation under control, we will undoubtedly be difficult times ahead for Crossbell. Perhaps the future of our state was too heavy a burden for Dieter to bear. I leave me to wonder if there was anything I could have done as his fellow statesman to prevent this. Never have I felt so powerless. Oh, grandfather, please don't put this on yourself. Well, I think this is a burden all the people of Crossbell need to shoulder together. How we act next though? That's going to be what defines us as a state. Ah yes, you are absolutely correct. For now, we must address the issues that lie before us, one by one. I know I've placed much on your shoulders already, but I hope you'll continue to lend me your strength for a while longer. We always will. Hey team, something up? Oh, nothing in particular, we just wanted to touch base on the situation here. Well, right now we're discussing our plan of attack regarding the little problems throughout the state. I'm basically the CPD's liaison this go around. I see, you're certainly the right man for the job, Chief. So no one's holding up the fort back at the SSS building then, huh? Any new support requests come in? Yeah, tons of them. I had them forwarded to the guild. Don't sweat it. I know you guys have bigger fish to fry. You did that? At the start of the next year, we'd have never let ourselves lose a request to the guild. But I know things will be in good hands with them. Yeah, focus on doing your thing and settle this way you think it needs to be done. Not just at the CVD special support section, but as the people you've grown to become. We will. By the way, I should mention that the president is being detained in a room on the 36th floor. Taking him in is going to have to wait. He hasn't shown any signs of resisting arrest though, so security on him is pretty light. If you feel like it, you can go up and visit. I'm not sure he'll tell you anything you haven't heard already though. Well, we are talking to everyone, so we might as well. Aw, our car. It still looks like shit. It really needs to go into the shop. While President Cross being detained on the 36th floor, it's an unsettling feeling having to put our own head of state under arrest. Just how did things come to this? Well, the security division has finally been posted here again, now that the defense force has withdrawn. But the city isn't out of the woods just yet. We're going to do everything we can to help. Well, I'm sure you will. So many people, and this is just the first floor. I'm beginning to think that the Azure tree might need to wait until the next episode. Theo, you're heading off to that giant tree, aren't you? It just tears me up inside, thinking what could happen to you over there. It's alright, Chief Roberts. You have no need to... Oh, I know. What if I grabbed an orbital staff of my own and had accompany you? I've got the gist of how it works. Why, I could even back you up in battle with the support crafts. Oh, wouldn't that just be perfect? It's decided. I'll go and get... Pass. Some things never change. As I was about to say, you have no need to worry about me so much, Chief. Rest assured that I and the others will return in one piece, with Kia in tow. And besides, you're in the city right now. The people could use your help getting this chaos in order. Theo, you couldn't be more right. I need to focus on my work I have in front of me. Just promise me that you'll come home safe and sound. I won't accept even one scratch on you. You can say what you want about Chief Roberts, but he really does care about Theo. A lot. Okay, let's get to work. The orbital network is not gonna check itself. It gets harder to establish a connection while the blue mist and monsters were outside, so there might have been some damages done to the system. Sounds good to me. First thing first, we'll run some operational verification tests on the tower's terminals. With Chief Roberts here, getting these network problems resolved shouldn't be any trouble at all. That's one less thing to worry about. Yeah. And I'm glad that there's no trouble between these two, because one of them stayed behind for Maribel while the other ran. I think they're thinking, there's no time for this, we need to restore the network for Crossbell's sake. Yeah. Well, I hear the IBC has lost its CEO, President Qua, and his daughter, who was acting CEO. This is undoubtedly going to affect stock prices, but I still think the IBC will remain the largest asset holder on the continent. I'm going to wait and watch how things go. I at least want to see who they end up bringing on the fill the empty role. Yeah, that is a good question, because the Qua family did run the IBC. So who will do that next? Curious. But I guess at some point we will know. Well, it seems all those monsters that were in the city have finally disappeared. I was so terrified of them when the tower was on lockdown. Thankfully, the damage in the city isn't too great, but I never want to go through that ever again. Yeah, well, let's hope that after the tree has been taken care of, then that's it. But considering what we've known through Cold Steel, I seriously doubt it. Still yet more trouble to come. Oh, for the time being, the management of the Orcus Tower and the staff is being left in the hands of Speaker McDowell. We're still in a state of confusion, but the fact that this building exists to serve the people hasn't changed. Take care, SSS. I look forward to working with all of you again in the future. And so do we. Well, the IBC has suspended full-time operations until further notice, and all the staff have been sent home and told to remain on standby. After all these years of working with Mr. Qua, his arrest couldn't have been more shocking to me. It's difficult to accept, but we must find a way to get through this for the better. I'm sure we will. Ooh, a Kagemaru bank. Can't hold any more Kagemaru bank. Oh, it's a decoration for Theo's room, okay. I was almost thinking, is this one of the Kagemaru pieces that I need to get? Yeah, but if we cannot get more than one, it is not. It is still important, and we have it, because it needed to be in Theo's room, but it doesn't have any other consequence than just that. Alright. Well, the staff and security who were detained in the tower earlier have since been released. Most of them were in a hurry to get back to their positions, myself included. It only makes sense. At times like this, we have to come together to support the citizens. So true. So very true. Oh, good goddess, I can't take my eyes off you for a second, can I? But, Margaret! As a vice commissioner of the police, there are times when I have to rise to the occasion. Oh, isn't that something you should always be doing, Pierre? If you made a habit of performing your job properly, you wouldn't get wrapped up in messes like these. I'm sorry. She's got him on one arch leash. Oh yeah. He's not getting away with anything when she's around. Now as punishment for worrying me. So I'm cutting your next month's allowance by half. But please, don't think about that. You, get out of here. Can't you see I'm busy? Oh, I can see you're busy. And I know you don't want to lose face while people under your command see you like this. It's just so good to see though. Well, I saw a little girl take the elevator to the roof a little while ago. I think it might have been the Secretary of Defense's daughter. Maybe she wanted to get a good look at that tree that sprung up in the wetlands. Well, we're gonna go there ourselves as well. This is the combat level, so let's skip that for now. I do wonder what's in the basement though. Oh, it's been a while since we were here, wasn't it? Yeah, I think this connects to one of the sectors, doesn't it? Cool. Let's get to the roof first, and then we can go back to 36 to have a little chat with Dieter. And we already know who's going to be on the roof. But I am more curious to find out whether or not there's going to be a shard somewhere around here. Because technically the white Aeon wasn't destroyed, so if there isn't a piece I would understand it, but it still feels to me like the most logical place to find one. I thought Shizuku was going to... Oh, there she is. She's so small, you can easily overlook her. Ah. And do my eyes deceive me? Or do I see a shiny piece over there? Perfect. Just where we expected it to be. Yes, a beautiful sight. Kia, father. What are you doing up here, Shizuku? Oh, hello everyone. I came to look at the giant tree. Are my father and Kia really in there? They are. That much is for certain. Yes, though we don't know their exact location just yet. I see. Don't worry, Shizuku. You won't have to wait much longer. We're going to bring your father and Kia back. We promise. What he said. Sit tight, kiddo. I'll try. Please, everyone, make sure my father comes home. And Kia too. I'll be right here waiting. Alright, then we better find them quick, because we don't want her to catch a cold. Because I'm pretty sure the top of the tower is going to be extremely windy. Alright, let's get back into the elevator and head to the 36th. I wonder who else is going to be there beside Dieter. And his guards, of course. Nothing unusual to report here. We'll be continuing our patrols in the meantime. It's probably going to be very empty, except for Dieter's imprisonment. Good to see you, special support section. Likewise. Is this room you're keeping him in? Yes. This is where This is where Dieter Kwa is being detained. Do you mind if I ask how he is? He seems bewildered when he was taken into custody, but he's since calmed down. He hasn't put up any resistance at least, so we haven't had to any additional security. You're allowed to see him if you'd like. Chief Sergei's orders. Gotcha. What should we do, Lloyd? Of course, meet with him. Just to see what he wants to share with us. Yeah, let's do it. I've been curious about what's on his mind. I'd like to hear it from the man himself. Very well, going in. Ah, so, you came to see me. What in heaven's for? I'm an international criminal. Hello, Dieter. Uncle. You know, I've come to realize something being isolated like this. Bill was absolutely right. I was never more than a conduit for Ian's ambitions. From my soapbox, I constantly preached that justice was an ideal worth pursuing, regardless of the sacrifices. In the end, what did it get me? I've fallen from grace, ejected from my presidential post and discarded by my only daughter. Oh, the green-haired boy from the society pales in comparison to me. I'm the real fool around here. Even so, we can't completely condemn you. It's only natural for someone to stick to their beliefs when their personal justice is on the line. What you've done is inexcusable, but no one can ever claim you weren't genuinely trying to protect Crossbell. True enough. I don't think that speech you gave us about justice back at the IBC was something you just pulled out of your ass. In your words, humankinds are creatures that will do to our dying breath, chase after the ideal of justice. I believe the citizens of Crossbell approved of your Declaration of Independence because your sense of justice resonated with them. But public opinion aside, the methods you employed were anything but just. Even if Crossbell retains its independence, even if your justice is upheld, and peace is achieved, that alone won't heal the wounds of those who were harmed in the process. You tried to peace the Crossbell by sacrificing the innocent. As far as I'm concerned, that makes every word of your inauguration speech hollow. That is exactly right, Ellie. You speak nothing but the truth. Perhaps I was blinded by my own idealistic dreams once Kia's power stood within my grasp. Ian saw through my self-deception before I ever could, and so I became a puppet on a string for him to manipulate. But at the end of the day, justice is something carried out by the one's power and will. That fact remains as true as the first time I said it. I expect you all to stay faithful to your own humanity, to continue your pursuit of the justice you most believe in. To come out of all of this, you will need to demonstrate to Ian and the others your own power, your own will. Easier said than done, but there's no reason to back down. We're ready to do whatever it takes. Is it the only way we're going to get Kia back? That's right. In that case, I won't say anything more. Ian is one matter, but as far as Belle goes, while she may be my daughter, even I have no idea how far she's willing to go for this. With all that in mind, will you be able to take the next step forward and rescue Kia? I suppose we shall see soon enough. Hey, Mademoiselle, are you alright? Don't worry, I'm fine. Part of me was worried for Uncle Dieter after the way Belle completely abandoned him. Yet he seemed surprisingly composed. I was thinking the same. I guess that makes one less worry in our minds. He was right about one thing though. It's time for us to take the next step forward. It is. We're almost there. Just a few more little things. Not gonna check the other rooms? You can get to the mechanical levels from the 30th floor downward via the emergency stairs, but they still have yet to be secured. Be careful if you plan to go in there. Just in case we want to use that for grinding. But to be honest, I think we're good. Yeah, everybody's gone back down to work. Or to the roof. To, well, let us say, look out at the tree. Alright, perfect. Right, that just means that we only have the Harbor District left. And after that we can see if there's anything we need to like finish off before we head out to the tree. But I think once we start that sequence, there's going to be a lot of talking and setting up before we're actually in there. And then of course we want to walk around a little bit, explore the place, so that we can then, if needed, can grind a little bit so that we are on the level that the game wants us to be there, and see how we measure up to all the enemies there. I think we probably should be good, but we won't know until we get there. Alright. Having said that, let's head to the Harbor District. Just a little bit away. Oh yeah, and we shouldn't forget that after Harbor District, we do need to go to downtown. Because we got the shard, and we got the stuff for the book. So we definitely not want to forget that. Oh, it turns out that Rains managed to keep himself safe by slipping into the geofront. Thank goodness he's alright. Yeah, I'm pretty sure they don't know his real identity. Not as much as we do. Got your camera ready, Rains? Yep, it's good to go. Alright, off to Orca's Tower then. We're not gonna just bomb around and let Grace leave us in the dust. Yeah. Looks like Rains is back on the reporting beat. For him, it must be like killing two birds with one stone. Not that it would be easy to do both his job at once. We'll let Grace report on that gigantic tree. The rest of us are going to follow the government's next moves. We need to keep a close eye on how they're planning to clean things up before Erebonian Calvard can respond. Well, we gotta get out of there and gather as much info as we can. There's always another new scoop to cover. You finish one big story and bam, it's on to the next. So true. But that's the life of a journalist. McKinnon and I rushed out the article on the president's arrest the second the ink was dry. Luckily for us, our full staff is back to work as well. Now that we're in touch with Grace again, it's up to us to keep new information flowing in. We're working as fast as possible to put out accurate information so we can keep civil unrest to a minimum. Yeah, I do think, like I said before, getting information out there, like proper, good information, is going to be very important. And also, once we've been to the valley, to the trade shop, I want to see if we actually do have all the books. Oh, I thought I'd finally be able to look up and see a sunny sky again, but instead we get that huge tree. What in the world is it even? Don't tell me the president's responsible for that too. Doesn't seem dangerous at least. Oh, it's a lot more dangerous than you might think. Well, life is a mountain, and let me tell you, there's not one of them that can be surmounted. Calvard Erebonian can stuff it. Same goes for that spooky overgrown shrub. Blue tree, red tree, green tree, I don't give a hoot. Nothing's gonna stop me from making my noodles. Yes, heavenly noodles, of course. It's still really good, and it's just 3,000, isn't it? 63? I think we can afford that, right? It's a lot of money, but it's a lot of CP as well. And yes, it does make it feel like we are overloading on CP recovery. I don't think it's a bad thing to have. Martial law costs a huge backlog of packages to pile up, so now I'm even busier than ever. At least I don't have to worry about being out of a job. Plus, I'm getting plenty of exercise. Man, do I feel alive. Good, you keep doing that exercise and I will do the same. So that colossal tree that materializes emanating some sort of azure light, is it? How eerily reminiscent of the Liberal Ark that appeared above Liberal. They say it turned out to be an ancient floating city. What then is the true nature of this tree? Yeah, I think that's what we all are wondering at the moment. Right, is the guy fishing there? Yeah, well, he's not fishing, but he's there with his granddaughter. Between martial law, the president getting arrested, and that tree springing up, I just can't keep track of it all. But no matter what happens next, I won't let anyone harm Amissa. Not over my dead body. My grandpa says it's too soon to start feeling safe. I'm scared we might get attacked again. But everything will be okay, as long as I have grandpa with me. I love him so much. Yeah, it's a good grandpa. He has proven that he does really love his granddaughter. And does whatever he can to keep her safe. Alright, so that is the entirety of the Harbor District. That means we have talked to everyone, everywhere. So let's get to the downtown district and see what we can do about the ore and of course the book. Let's get those things done. Yes, there it is. Sunshine Agnes chapter 14. was hoping to get some type of notice of us getting all the books. Oh, we're missing 9. Oh, that's shite. 10, 11, 10. Well, the Crossbell Times, it looks like we do have everything. Oh, so we're just missing one Sunshine Agnes. Well, to be honest, I truly did try my best. Oh well. That guess Kakamaru merch is pretty nifty. It's missing a little something to pull it together though. Like those katanas we got down in the storeroom. Maybe. I should make Van and Roos wear this stuff with me. Then we can play sword fight together. Do you really need actual sword for a children's game? I also cannot endorse this misuse of Kakamaru's intellectual property. So you actually got some katanas down there? You headed down to the storeroom? Well, alright. You guys are regulars, so I guess it's fine. But don't go touching anything. It's not my fault if you have to come back up in a body bag. Thanks for the heads up. Yeah, it's the Kakamaru set that we gave her that's allowing us to get down there, isn't it? Because now she got the set, she can play around with it, thinks, you know what? You guys did good. Get down in the basement. Is there anything here that's useful to us? Ooh, lively family lunches. Picnic lunchbox. Thank you. So that means when it comes to recipes, we're missing one. I think very much at the beginning of the game. Someone not too far ago. I think that's it. It's just those 2 recipes we don't have. It's not bad, but still, not everything. Well, that's what you get when you're doing a blind playthrough. Then there's always little things you might miss. Well, doesn't reduce my enjoyment of this game though. Would have loved to have everything though. Alright, perfect. So let's get to Guillem to see what we can do with the weapon pieces. Ah, dear Goddess Almighty! Did you manage to find 5 whole Sumerian ore shards? I can make you a weapon like you never seen before with those things. Heck, I can start right away, if you want. What do you say? Sure, let's do it. No, that's what I'm talking about. I can only make one at a time, so think long and hard about what kind of weapon you want. You sure? Well, I can't make this thing until you make up your mind first. When you decide what you want, let me know, I'll get her done. Alright, let's save this. And I usually don't do this in a blind playthrough, but considering that Lloyd as an evade tank is extremely important for our survivability, this is one of the few times that I will allow myself to reload. Because I want to see what Lloyd's infinity weapon is. Does it have evade in it? So yeah, we can keep it. If not, we need to choose another one. And for me, it will probably be the 7th arm of Wazzy, if it has more ATS. If not, the Abyss for Randy. So let's have a check. Okay, I'm ready to pick. Can you make this one? Ah, you got it, pal. Time for my skills to shine. Alright, it's all done. Go on and take a look. Infinity and beyond. Thank you very much, Mr. Guillem. We'll put it to good use. Ah, no sweat, detective. Anytime I get a handle materials finest Sumerian ore is a blessing in my book. You used that to help get the situation in Crossbell back under control, you hear? Strong arm of the law. Alright, and let's see if we have to exchange it for something else. Yes, it has a better evade. Well, the fact that it's a better evade is... I don't mind, because it's going over 100 already, so it's not like it's gonna give it extra. It's the rest that I want, because 1198, that's how low our strength is, because we couldn't change our weapon for a very long time. So yes, this is definitely gonna be the person that's gonna get it. Because it means that in normal encounters, even during boss fights, if we just want him to hit the enemy, he can do so without having to be ashamed of the damage he's doing. There's still 20%. We could technically switch the Stregas to something with a bit more oomph. That's not much, is it? It's just 220. How much is it with the one we can get here? $280. We just don't have the space separate at the moment. I don't think that the difference is that much worth it. And to be honest, I don't think having the evade higher than 100 does anything. I think once you reach 100, you have 100%. But I do think it's a percentage. I could be wrong. If so, you can always correct me in the comments. But having it above it, 210, it's still okay. Alright, I think that's it. We've got the book, sadly not all of them. We've changed the weapon, picked the perfect one out for Lloyd, with evade, and still some attack power that he sorely needed. Is there anything else we want to do? We got a buttload of CP recovery items, which is extremely important. We still have some healing items that are good. Let's go to Central Square. There's one thing I want to check at the normal store. That's if we want to overload on some standard healing items. 35, might as well. It's not like we don't have the money for it. Yeah, this is enough. If I need more than 45 resurrections, I'm gonna just stop this entire series. I'm sure we don't need it. Curia Bomb is okay as well. The rest is not important. Bunch of Curia, the rest will take care of itself. 29 should be more than enough too. But I'm sure there's gonna be like healing spots in the tree. It's just the CP recovery that we don't know for certain, then we can do that outside of combat. Alright, I cannot think of anything else we need to do. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna call the episode here. In between, I will just look over everything. If we need to, if there's still one or two pieces, of course, we can use to upgrade our setup of our party. Improve it still a little bit, give a little bit more for art attack, a little bit more strength with Randy and that kind of stuff. And see if there's any item we might want, things we want to switch. And on the next episode, it's time. We're gonna go to the tree. So for now, I wish you all a great night, morning, day, wherever you are. And if you're still here, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe, and be back next time, because the tree is coming. Kia's coming. And yes, it will probably take a few episodes to get through the entire thing, but we're gonna do it. We're gonna manage, and we're gonna kick that tree's ass and burn it. No, we're not gonna burn it down to the ground, because Maze already said in the comments that that tree is Kia. So at best, we're gonna clip some of the branches, and that's it. Technically saying that that might be Kia's hair and nothing else. We don't want to cut off a limb or two. So next time, the tree. See you then. Bye bye.